Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. The snap sets up to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Flanagan. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Back to pass, it's Soto. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Complete to the left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy 1st down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Walton. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
The give to the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Witherspoon. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Handoff from the gun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
It's now 4th and goal. Number 14 on the field goal. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the game scored.
We'll start this 2nd quarter with a field goal attempt. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 14 to Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Soto. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go. Possession. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's John. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Makes the grab. It's Flanagan. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He leaves it with his back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Soto. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's John. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Big first down sack for the defense brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Flanagan. Pushed down for the tackle.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw at Soto. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes.
Of
17.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42.
42, Spider.
Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the shotgun on third down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Clemson. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes...
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. I don't know why I pick and choose.
Guy and let him do the rest.
Yeah, I don't know why I pick and choose.
He'll bring it out. It's John. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, if you're behind, you'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but I've been struggling the last 2 games.
Right now, I'd take it into halftime.
With my D line.
Come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Back to pass, it's Soto. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get
You shouldn't even got that ball, though. That was a terrible animation on my part. They played me.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
That's your QB from the QB underthrown me.
Say this too. Boy, he went down a whole rabbit hole.
Give me that.
Picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
That layout thing, that layout ability.
They'll need some urgency to get something on the board before halftime. 11 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He fires to the left side. He's got it inside the 30.
99.
They were looking for a huge
He 99.
play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Based on race, sex, and other identity categories, and emphasizes the mandates of every agency.
Final seconds of the first half.
Ain't
and they'll try to put up 3.
Ain't played no SC. I ain't played in my conference yet.
Never enough. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to start the second half.
Base standard.
Yeah, them boys getting back there this game.
Coming out with it, it's John. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone.
Yeah, my last 2 games, I gave up like 500 rushing yards. My last 2 games. Them boys playing this game though.
Now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen. It's got to start on the screen.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered against the football.
Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Wide receiver coming across in motion.
This is number 1 and it's
Don't try it on the ground. Alabama will get the first down.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. What they did, it was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Dropping back, it's Soto. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side.
What is up with these animations?
Play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Fires to the middle. And he's lucky to get that.
Yeah, they don't always react. So I don't know what makes them what makes them react and not react.
On his many drives, he's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down.
And to this day, 40 years
He'll
later,
try to
still
throw and pick up the first down. Makes it well past the stick.
What you in the middle, man?
They'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
The sure hands, it's Foster. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. This is still down. This is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And they'll
You
come
gonna
to
break
the
your
line
remote.
just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Toss to the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he'll make the catch
Yes, sir.
at 15.
Yes, sir.
Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive.
They hold me there. Give me. I threw it up. I was like, let me see if I can get one back for that sideline catch he got.
Field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
He'll do it himself. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs
I'm hardlining.
come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing.
I'm hardlining.
Run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It is good. And now
Shoot, I checked your team out. Them boys fast. You got a lot of fast linebackers and your DBs, your secondary fast.
To speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today.
You got 99 speed and like 95, 96.
Full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 14.
Everybody else about 94, 95.
If I not told you these theories on Elon for the last 3 or 4
Miss. We'll circle back.
I'm gonna see what I can get in that draft class. I got a lot of people ain't trying to come my way, so we're gonna see what I can get.
Keep an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're certainly always still a hill to climb. They've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown
Yeah,
last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Back to throw, it's Soto. Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On the run, it's Witherspoon. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Ball's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Scanning the field, it's Soto. Shoots it to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Smashes ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll try to slam it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run pass.
Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's John. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. To the air, it's Soto. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
Look at that toughness just running through everybody. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of
good game, bro. Maybe see you in the playoffs if I make it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
situation that took place that
They'll
built the
try
ghetto
the
in
run.
America. This is not my theory.
Bounces away from the D.
They just got to look at
Slammed to
the
the ground, but not before he gets
when
the
they
first
see
down.
On offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is
This
playing
is not
this game.
this
They're
is not
getting
just something
tremendous movement up
that's
front,
actual.
climbing
This
into
actually
second
happened.
level,
People look it up.
really giving
So
these
there's a
backs
reason
and
for
ball
drug
carriers
that
a
happened
lot
in
of
the
room to run
1990s
all game
and
long.
put so many people in jail. Then you have Joe Biden
Quarterback
who's on
will
94
take a knee. The
conduct
defense
and
can stop it
mass
one more
incarceration
time,
stuff.
but we are close to being